You know, whenever you do your start, I always just get fascinated with what's on your like PlayStation home screen.
Really?
Yeah, I just because you're just cycling through the games that are on there at the moment. I'm like, wonder what Chris has been playing recently.
It's like, what am I working on for the channel is typically what it is.
During your entire, I guess, go through as a streamer, have you found it to adjust your enjoyment of video games at all? Like, have you appreciated it more or less? That's a wrecker thing if I've ever heard it.
Oh my god, I'm the same way. Like, I love explosives. It's how I solve problems. So I have started to find that I enjoy them more. I've started reading books on like game development. I've talked about the Jason Schreier books I've read. One is called Press Reset, which is about burnout within the video game development community. I have started. Oh god.
It's always those dang Geonosians. I'm gonna try to lay off the.
You.
I'm gonna try to lay off the. Oh gosh, speciesism.
No, this is Xeno. What do you like? This is just straight Xeno.
There we go.
This is.
I'm like a Stellaris stereotype right now.
There's a which is really, really funny. So if you ever watch have you ever watched Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
No, I haven't.
So they at one point he comes out and the guy, and I'm gonna say it, he goes, God, I can't stand all these creepy fags. And they're like, whoa. He's like, why are you woeing me? Freaky alien genotypes. And it's just like you're sitting there like,
wait a minute.
I'm like, okay, that is genuinely pretty funny. Because there's an episode where like he's talking to Trunks, and Vegeta is, and he's sitting there, goes that haircut makes you look like a fruit, and not like someone who's a homosexual, but like a literal bowl of fruit.
Jesus.
And it's just like one of those things where you're like, that's a way to toe the line.
Oh, dude, these poor battle droids.
I am so happy to be fighting battle droids. What are you talking about? Like, I am.
That's one thing I miss in Star Wars.
Battle droids?
Yes. The battle droids and their humor was one of my favorite parts of the Clone Wars. Because it just... Listen, I'm not saying that the comedic weight is placed on their shoulders, but it's placed on their shoulders.
It's totally placed on their shoulders. They literally had to carry R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Yeah.
And it actually, I felt, hurt a lot when I found out, like, they did not like each other.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Because you think it would be like a partners in crime kind of dynamic, and it just it never was.
Yeah. Please get in there.
Hey, watch those wrist rockets while you're over here. You know, those lovely B2s.
I don't really know if I like him shooting that high over my head. So that's one of the things where you actually learn, and Star Wars does some things when it comes to the clones that I actually really enjoy, is when they use some tactics. Some of their tactics are genuinely good, and then some of them are just not. Like him shooting that that over my head is one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if I like this.
Well, I mean, clone commandos are crazy, so that needs to be properly established, is that they are, in fact, insane.
Are they, though?
Gregor.
Was he a commando?
Yeah, he was a commando. And I forgot, so, for those out there, my significant other, my partner, and I, had just finished rewatching The Bad Batch. And I forgot how absolutely bonkers Gregor is. He just, a clone commando who had amnesia, remembers who he was. But, I mean, that was like Clone Wars Gregor. But Bad Batch Gregor just looks like he is a screw loose. And then I think,
Where was he in Bad Batch?
Second to last episode, right before the finale, they went to go rescue him, and then Hunter got captured in the process. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen The Bad Batch, but you should really see The Bad Batch. It's great content. Yeah, they got sent to Darrow, I think the planet is, and went to go rescue Gregor because Rex had asked them to. And
that's right. I need to rewatch.
And that's
that.
actually the canon appearance of Scorch.
Yes,
Scorch was
that's
in
right.
that
That's
episode.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, congratulations, Scorch. You made it. You got beat the crap out of, though, in the process. Which really makes me wonder what's more powerful, the Clone Force 99 or a Clone Commando? Like, I feel like they're definitely more on the same playing field.
I bet they are too. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
I was like, I need this.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
Apparently not care. I feel like I'm just putting rounds into them, and these guys are like, whatever. Like,
It does seem like that.
I feel like I'm doing
Especially
nothing.
Big Boy over here. Oh my god.
I feel like I am doing nothing to these guys.
That man went to one knee to continue firing at you.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
I thought they were never gonna die.
I'm sitting here going like, what am I? What are we?
I'd like to make an entry into the worst mounted cannon
Okay.
ever. But then again, I feel like my view of mounted cannons are distorted by Halo because they're always... There's nothing like, you know, taking a turret off of its mount and just carrying that shit around. God, they do not want you to get to this door.
No, they do not.
So I'm sure speed runs exist for Republic Commando, right?
That's a good question. I actually doubt it. Or if they do, it's gonna be like a very, very different type of speed run. I need you out of here. Yeah, come back here and get this Vacta. Thank you. I gotta remember, one thing I do love about this is the actual squad controls. I think they are great. And it honestly, like, it makes me wish that they would do more of it in something along the lines of Gears of War.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did it in a lot of the Clancy games, and they felt really, really good.
Yeah, especially in the earlier ones. Oh, goodness. There are so many Clancy games at this point, but I'm thinking of a title that was released. I think it was one of the original Xbox 360 releases. And you essentially were kind of like your...
I'm guessing Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter.
I don't know if it was one of the Ghost Recons. All I know is that... God, it's such a locked part of my memory right now, but you'd be able to just control different squads and take over certain buildings. It was like one of the strategy titles for...
End War.
Yes! I enjoyed the squad controls in that as well. But, I mean, you weren't actually really on the field. It was just more pure squad controls, but...
Yes, it was it was almost like an XCOM, but just a little bit different.
Yes.
All right, advance to the core ship. I don't know how to get there. Unless it's saying... Because it's saying... Okay, what's it saying?
I'm guessing it's probably right through that door, right? That's where everybody was...
It is, but then the door is ray shielded, so it's like, go around. I'm like, okay. But into where?
Is there a...
That does not hurt. Okay, so talking about something real quick. Ray shields. I don't think the movies did a good job at ever showing, like, ray shields being, dangerous in any way.
There it is, nice.
Whereas Kenobi, you're out there for like 5 seconds, and it's like, Oh, hey, by the way, ray shields are nothing to really mess with.
Yeah, when that dude gets chopped in half.
It's literally like, okay, well, this is a thing.
The movies didn't, but I know there was one. It got better throughout the animated run of Ray Shields. Revenge of the Sith, when they get stuck in the Ray Shield on the Invisible Hand, that was terrible. That was not an accurate representation of what Ray Shields do in Star Wars, really. But whenever they were in the Clone Wars and they were on Onderon, it was like Lux Bonteri, Saw Gerrera.
Yes. Mrs. Play and I just got back to that.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yes.
I love the Onderon arc.
Mrs. Play had never like seen it. So I was like, okay, I was like, we need to really finish this because I think it would make you enjoy it more, especially some like the later portions of it.
I really think it's ironic in that arc that Anakin really pushed for this strategy of of resistance and rebellion, and to see that strategy so effective, and then it ultimately gets used against him when he's Darth Vader, and the Rebel Alliance comes through. Because really, you can see I mean, granted, they're baby seeds, but those are one of the many elements that would end up becoming the rebellion in later years. I just think that's ironic.
I think it's definitely interesting, especially when you think about like the whole thing about the rebellion is it's supposed to oh shit, that's rockets.
Hey, I told you watch those wrist rockets.
It's one of those things where it's supposed to be when they were worried about Anakin doing it, they were like, no, terrorism, extremism. And to me, I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like it's one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. Like that is very much a very real sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of get to see that with like Saw Gerrera, where it's just like, okay, this is
save the rebellion, save the dream.
Yeah, but like Saw Gerrera, because when he starts becoming, a little bit more unhinged, like looking at him in Rebels, where it's like he's going the way you're supposed to go, and it's like, dude, no, he's literally taking Anakin's thing and going like, we don't need leadership, we don't need diplomacy, we don't need the people, just wipe him out, whatever means necessary. And then you get something along the lines of when you even see him in. When you see him in Star Wars Fallen Order. And it's...
I totally forgot he was in Fallen Order.
Yeah. And, like, you go to Kashyyyk, and it's like, oh, where'd Saw Gerrera go? And it's like, oh, this is no longer of any importance to us. We helped him get off the planet. But it's like, no, like, the Empire's going to come back. And he's just like, well, we can't fight him. And he leaves. And I'm like, you are, like, the worst.